Today, we are going to be doing a Pilates strengthening workout using the Pilates ring. And we're going to be getting into some muscles that you probably never, ever thought that you had. So put it aside for now and then come into a 4-point kneeling position. We're going to start our class off with some cat-cows. I want you to focus on your breath though. So I want you to take a nice big inhale. Really expand through the belly, through the rib cage. And on your exhale, I want you to draw your belly button to your spine, creating that core connection. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows, so I want you to look up, lengthen the spine, looking straight ahead. You're going to exhale, roll through the spine, pushing the floor away, scooping in the abs, looking towards your navel. Inhale, look up, lengthen, looking straight ahead. Exhale, rolling through the spine. We're getting into that spinal mobility, which is so nice if you've been sitting the whole day or just woken up. Exhale, gaze towards your navel, pushing the floor away, scooping in the abs, coming back to a neutral spine, a flat back. Okay, I want you to take the ring now, take it forward so that your arm is straight and press your palm into the ring. So just feel here, I want you to give a nice exhale as you press into that ring. So you'll notice here as you are pressing into that ring, you'll feel that core connection. Okay, so coming back into your 4-point kneeling position, just give a couple of presses here. Exhale, feel that core deepening. Inhale, release, exhale, draw the belly button to the spine. You're looking down towards your mat. Exhale, release gently, slowly, work on that resistance. And then you're going to take the opposite leg back. So I'm taking my left leg back. Look at your pelvis. Is your pelvis square? Is one hip hiking up? Try and square it off as much as you can. I want you to stay in a neutral spine here. We're coming into our swimming prep. So you're going to think of a contralateral rib tip connection as you lift that leg and press into that ring. Inhale, lower, release gently. Exhale, scoop in the abs, press into that ring. Inhale, release, exhale. Try and stabilize here as best you can and try and lengthen through the limbs. Looking down at the mat, really lengthen through that leg, through that arm, press into that ring. Feeling your shoulders switch on. Lifting, keeping that spine as straight as possible. Exhale, lift, reach, and then lower everything back down. Release that ring, and then take it into your left hand. Okay, so just come into your 4-point kneeling position and press your palm into that ring, extending your arm. So exhale, press into that ring, draw the belly button to the spine. Scooping in the abs as you do this. Look down towards your mat so that you are lengthening the back of your neck. Release that, take that right leg back, the opposite leg. And then you're going to lift that leg as you press into that ring. Really lengthen through those limbs. We're going for 6 here. Drawing the belly button to the spine. Inhale, lower, exhale. Let's go for another 3. Really stabilizing. This is stabilizing work. We're getting into the core. We're strengthening the core. Exhale. Press into that ring. Release everything. Come to a kneeling position. Okay, so I want you to come into a kneeling position. And if you need to, you can fold up your mat here if there's not enough cushioning. And then I just want you to make sure you have equal weight in both knees. Take that ring forward. We're going to lean back. So you're going to hinge back without bending in the hips. So you're hinging back. There's a straight line from your pelvis all the way to the crown of your head. And then you're going to come forward again on your exhale. So inhale, leaning back. See how far back you can go. This is a eccentric contraction of the quads. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, squeeze that ring as you shift forward again. Inhale, leaning back. Exhale. This is a core exercise as much as it is a quad exercise. Really squeeze that ring, leaning back, shifting forward. Okay, perfect. I want you to take that right leg forward now. We're coming into our lunge series, so tuck the back toes under. Now, think of an inner thigh connection as you lift up into your lunge, squeezing the ring overhead. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze, getting into those shoulders, into the shoulder mobility, into the inner thighs. We're working up the inner thighs for today's class because we're going to do some more inner thigh work. Lifting up, try and lengthen through the crown of the head as you lift up. Can you shift like a little bit further back? So make sure you're not shifting forward, you're shifting back. Inhale, lower, exhale. Press into that ring. Keep that tension on the ring. Lowering down, hovering here. You're going to lift up. Inhale, lower, hover. Twist towards that bent leg on your exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, lower, exhale. Take it across. Ooh, try and find your balance, working on that stability. And we're teaching our body balance in this exercise and strength. Okay, holding here. Try shift back a bit, twisting towards that bent knee, lifting up, squeezing the ring, lowering down, twisting, get into that rotation of the spine. Let's do one more, hovering here, twisting, gaze follows the ring, coming back to center, exhale, lifting up, take it all the way down. Just take a moment to catch your breath, because we need to do that on the other side, and my legs are burning. I don't know about yours. Okay. So once you have caught your breath, come into your lunge position again. Tuck your back toes underneath. Send that ring forward. Hover the knee. Exhale. Lift it up overhead. Squeezing that ring. Inhale, release gently. Exhale. Keep that tension. Keep that inner thigh squeeze. Remember to rather shift a little bit back than forward. So we're really getting into that quad as well. As the glutes. Exhale, lift. Let's do another one. On your next one, you're going to lower it down, twist towards that bent knee. Coming back to center. Exhale, lift up overhead. Inhale, lower, hover. Exhale, towards the twist, coming into the rotation of the spine. Stay with me. Legs are on fire. Slow and controlled movement is what today's class is about. Try and keep your balance. Try and keep your stability. Lifting up all the way down this time. Release that. Well done. Well done, well done. Okay, coming down into the middle of your mat. I want you to lower down carefully onto your back. Okay, take the ring now between your legs, just above your knees. Place your feet down on the mat. Okay, now I want you to think of that inner thigh connection. So we're really connecting to the inner thighs as we lift and lower the hips. So this is our glute bridge. We're just lifting and lowering. We're not rolling through the spine. So inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift and squeeze that ring. Working on the inner thighs, on the adductors, and into the pelvic floor. Strengthening the pelvic floor. Okay, hold it up here. Can you give me 6 little squeezes? So open slightly, squeeze. Keep it slow, keep it controlled. I want you to feel your hips here. Are you sinking the hips as you're squeezing into that ring? Because if you are, don't do that. Keep the hips still. The only thing that is moving is those legs and then you're going to lower all the way down. Just take a little break. Release the ring a little bit. Take your hands behind your head. Coming into your ab curl series. Exhale, lift up, hold here. Did you notice, did you tuck your pelvis under? Try and keep a neutral pelvis. Everything is on the same plane, pubic bone and hips on the same plane. Slight gap between your back and the mat. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And now we're going to add the squeeze. So you're going to lift, squeeze, getting into that core on an even deeper level. Squeeze. Okay, stay with me. On your next one, you're going to hold it up here. Now I want you to tuck the pelvis under, so press that lower back into the mat. Squeeze the ring as you lift the legs to tabletop. Inhale, lower, release. Exhale, draw the belly button to the spine. My legs are shaking, but that's okay. We're going to get through it together. Let's go for another 3. Lifting up into the ab curl, really creasing into that rib cage. Let's go for one more. Lower it down, lower the head and the neck down. I want you to take the ring now between the ankles, just above the ankles. Okay. Just hug it in for a second. And then do a couple of extend and bend. Okay. Getting into our double leg stretch. Hug the knees in, come up into your ab curl, and then you're going to extend the legs and the arms. Circle the arms around as the legs come in. Inhale, take it up and over. Exhale, draw the belly button to the spine. Circle the arms around. Getting into the circumduction of the shoulder. Lifting up into the ab curl. Don't drop the head as the arms come up overhead. Okay, last one. Lower the head and the neck down, and then keep the ring between your ankles, coming down onto your side. So we're in the side lying position now on our mat. Rest your head on your arm. Okay, getting into that inner thigh work. I want you to press that top hip away a little bit. Stabilize here. There's a gap between your waist and the mat, and then you're going to press into that ring, and then open up. So I want you to make sure that your knee is pointing forward, not up. We're getting into those adductors. Exhale, press in. Inhale, release. Keep that core lifting, the belly button to spine. Try and stabilize here. Okay, let's go for another 2. 1, press. And then you're going to press again. Hold that press as you lift both legs. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Stay with me. Keep that core lifting off the mat as best you can. Even if it isn't lifting, just so you can feel that sensation. Let's go for another 2. Squeeze. 1. On your next one, take your hand a bit forward. Rest your top hand on your hips if you can. And then you're going to exhale. Lift up, lifting the ribcage off the mat, lifting the legs off the mat, lowering down. Exhale, lift, coming into some lateral flexion of the spine. And you reach for those feet. Inhale, low, exhale. Find that stability. Lowering down. Exhale. Lowering back down. Okay. Keep that ring on the ankles. Just turn around to the other side. We're going to go straight onto the other side. No faffing about. Okay, press that top hip away and then press into that ring. Release. Exhale. Inner thighs draw together. Pelvic floor lifts. We're going to do about 6 here. We've done 3, so let's go for another 3. Pressing into that ring. Find the stability, find the core connection. Last one. And then we're going to double leg lift. Lower. So really work on the stability. You can press into your hand if you need to. And then we're going to go into the lateral flexion. our banana shape, as I like to call it. Okay, take that top hand on the hip, bring this hand a little bit forward, and then you're going to exhale. Lift up, lengthen, reach for the toes. Inhale, lower, exhale, reach, picking that leg up off the mat and that rib cage, lowering back down, exhale, reach, reach, reach. Last one here, find that length, lowering all the way back down, come down onto your back, take the ring in your hands now, pressing that lower back into the mat. I want you to lift up into your ab core, ring is up over your torso, and then you're just going to extend. So press into that ring, keep that tension on the ring as you alternate extending and bending leg. Okay, and then we're going to come into our bicycle. So as you bend the leg, take the ring up and over, twisting. Gaze follows the ring, slow and controlled. I want you to really focus on keeping the pelvis still, but working on lifting up and over. So we're really getting into those obliques. Let's go for another 2. Press into that ring as you take it out to the side. Coming back to center, rest the head, shake up the neck, and then lifting up. Come down onto the first side now. We're coming into our side lying position. I want you to extend that ring in front of you. You're on your forearm now, so your elbow is underneath your shoulder. You're going to press that top hip away, feet on line with the hips. Take that ring forward, and then you're going to exhale, lift and press into that ring without sinking into the waistline. So nothing's moving here, it's just that arm moving and that leg moving. The rest of the body stays still. You're drawing that belly button to the spine. Exhale. Last one here. Press into the ring. Release gently. Flex the feet. Take the feet to the ceiling. Coming into your climb. Open into that external rotation. Lifting up out of the shoulder other side. Pressing into that ring. Release. Exhale. Inhale. Give me a nice big exhale. Like if I was in the same room as you, I can hear you exhale. So you're really working on that core connection. And when it gets hard, we focus on the breath. Okay, on your next one, you're gonna hold it open, extend that leg, kick. Now, notice here, are you bringing that knee forward? Keep that knee up facing the ceiling. So you're working on that external rotation. Bend it, lower it down. Exhale, press and extend. Work on that external rotation. Stay with me. Press into that ring. Keep the tension. Keep pressing up out of the shoulder, out of the side waist. Let's go for one more. Bending it in, lowering everything down. Now, option, you can stay on your knees, or you can extend your legs. Stagger your feet, so bring the top leg forward, bottom leg back. We're coming into our side plank. So you're going to press up out of the shoulder, out of the sideways, and as you lift up into your side plank, I want you to press into that ring. Inhale, lower, exhale. Drawing the belly button to the spine. We're working on the obliques, so really focus on that oblique contraction, that mind to muscle connection. Stay with me, let's do one more. Pressing up out of the shoulders working hard. Lowering it all the way back down. Take that arm up and over. Looking towards the ceiling. Releasing, and then we're going to do that on the other side. Stay with me, and we're going to get stronger together. We are really strengthening through slow and controlled movements in today's class. So take that ring forward, press that top hip away, pressing out of your shoulder. Neck is in line with the rest of the spine. Exhale, lift, press, inhale, lower. Small little presses. Go with your own resistance today. I want you to work on good form, clean form. Let's go for one more. Lift and press. And then we're going to flex the feet, take them up to the ceiling without moving the rest of the body. Open into external rotation, close. Exhale, press into that ring. Really lighting up the shoulders, lighting up the glutes. Let's go for another 3. And you're not opening up the hip as you open up that knee. Everything is facing forward. On your next one, you're going to exhale, open, extend that leg, kick that leg forward, external rotation, knee facing the ceiling, bend it in, lower it down. Exhale, press and lift. Okay, let's go for another 3. Don't forget the ring, press into the ring. Kicking. Last one. Bend it in, lower everything down, extend the legs or keep the knees bent, depending on your level today. Okay, coming into our side plank, exhale, press into the ring as you lift up, pike the hips up, inhale, lower, exhale, press and lift. Okay, you're doing so well in today's class. It's not an easy one. Let's go for another 2. Neck in line with the spine. Last one. Lowering everything back down. Reach up and over. Stretching out the side waist. And then we're going to come down onto our tummies. So I want your legs to be about mat distance apart. And you're going to externally rotate those legs. So your knees are facing slightly outward. Come down now onto the mat, resting your forehead on the mat. Take the ring behind your back in both palms. Taking a nice big deep breath. Exhale, draw the belly button up off the mat. On your inhale, I want you to lift up into slight extension, looking slightly forward but down at the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, reach the arms away. Lowering it back down. So really find that extension of the spine. You're working the back extensors. Let's go for one more. Inhale, lift, reach. Find the length of the spine, like good posture. Lowering it back down. Okay, just resting here. Bring the ring in a little bit. Coming into the legs now. I want you to extend and lengthen through the legs, coming into hip extension. So really lengthen through that leg. Lift it off the mat if you can, and then lower it down. Going into the other side. Exhale. Glute contraction. Using the glute max. Just alternating sides. Let's do 2 more. Pressing that pubic bone in towards the mat. Trying to have equal weight on both hip bones. Okay, lower it down. And then on your inhale, you're going to lift up, coming into extension. Can you lift both legs off the mat? Really find that extension. And then we're just going to swim here. So just alternate swimming, both legs, getting the heart rate up a little bit, finishing class off strong. Lengthen through those legs, lowering everything back down. Take the ring out to the side, press back to a shallow stretch, a nice counter stretch. Okay. Shifting forward. Take that right leg between the hands, lifting up, extending through the spine. And then if you want, you can fold over here. Just take a nice, big, deep release in the glute. Nice, big, deep breath. Just calming your nervous system down after today's class. Just taking a minute for yourself. Just to take a deep breath. Because I think that's what we all need. Lifting up again. Taking that leg back. Taking the left leg through the hands, between the hands. Lifting up, lengthening. Making sure your hip bones are square towards the mat. Lowering down, feeling a nice glute stretch. Taking a nice big deep breath. Not forcing anything, just relaxing. Your body worked hard. Shifting onto your glutes. Extend that right leg. You're going to lift up and over. Gaze towards the ceiling. Opening up that hip bone. Opening up the chest. Reach that hand down towards the foot. Getting a nice back stretch after that back extensor work that we did. Perfect. Reaching up and over. Okay, bring that other foot in towards the midline. Reach up and over with that right arm. Opening your chest up towards the ceiling, getting a nice stretch. Taking that hand down, coming into some rotation, a nice back stretch. Open up, take that arm up and over. And that's it for today's class. I hope you have enjoyed this one using the Pilates ring. It's a really strengthening class. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today.